Welcome back to another jam-packed episode of Do You Know Minecraft, the informational video series where I cover interesting facts about Minecraft you might not know about. In this episode, we will be covering 25 secret changes in 1.13, the update Aquatic. Of course, these won't seem like secret changes if you already know about them, but what I have done here is picked out the most obscure, unnoticed, and overlooked changes to show you in this video. So don't rage if you think some of these are not secrets. But anyway, sit back, relax, count how many of the changes you didn't know about, so you can vote on the poll at the end of the video to show how knowledgeable you are. Let's start this one off with some renamed items. They used to be known as monster eggs, they are now known as infested blocks, and they come with a change in survival Minecraft as well. Let's go into survival mode and let's mine the blocks at the bottom. You can see those ones are the normal ones, the infested ones are on top. So now I'm going to use this other pick and break them, and you'll see that the breaking is now instantaneous, but also it used no durability on the pick down here. This means when you're doing some branch mining or digging underground, you are far more likely to be caught out by the silverfish, unless it goes straight back into a block like that one. This next change is probably the least secret of all, but it's the one that I've been messaged the most about because it's a change that's been made that is very easy to discover, as chests can now be placed down side by side. The game would previously stop you from placing a chest here, but now it lets you, and it separates it from the other chest, right? But what's even cooler is that when you hold down shift, it will place them and separate them automatically for you. And the same is true of trap chests. So I thought I would include this just because many of you are going to tell me about it, I'm sure. The next secret change is one you'd be very unlikely to notice because you're not probably going to get up close and personal with a witch. If you encounter one at close proximity, you'll either be grabbing your sword or running away, but pay attention to the witch's nose. It goes up and down ever so slightly. Can you see that? It's a very slow animation, but her nose is now bobbing up and down. It is now possible to undye your dyed shulker boxes by using a cauldron. Just walk up to it, right click on it, and look at that, it's turned it back to a normal shulker box. You'll get 3 uses per cauldron, and then you'll need to fill it back up with water. It's quite possible you already know this one because I've been messaged about it so much, and it's an easy one to discover. Item frames can be placed on the underside and the top side of blocks, and you can rotate items in them like normal, but a change you might not have noticed is the item shading. If we look at the 3D edge over here, you can see the brighter side is on top, and when I rotate it, the bright side will always remain at the top. This of course makes far more sense when you're in Minecraft 1.12 and you rotate the diamond to find out that the dark shading on the bottom is now on the top side of the item. Smelting items in furnaces gives you XP, and that was usually based on the items that you would take out of a furnace. As you can see, we've got a hopper that's moved some of the items into here, but now the furnace is going to store the XP. So let's take this out and we get 2 levels of XP. And then let's go over to here where there are only 4 iron ingots, and you can see we go up to 4 levels, and that's because the furnace remembers that it's smelted all of these items too. I'm going to guess that we all know how to craft a carrot on a stick and a dispenser. Of course, we've now got the book to help us with these in 1.13. But here's something you might have not known about. You can now use damage items to craft these as well. So we've got a fishing rod and a bow with lower than full durability. And notice how the book doesn't actually recognize them, but you can indeed use them to craft their respective dispensers and carrot on a stick. There are mobs in this game that are not very nice to the turtle kind. For example, the zombies will go after turtle eggs and stomp on them. They will also go after baby turtles as well, but there are some other mobs in this game that are aggressive to baby turtles you might not have been aware of. Let's spawn some of these cute adorable fellows in, and let's put in an ocelot and a wolf as well, and you'll see that these two also attack baby turtles, which is just horrifying. Just in case you don't get the joke, I thought I'd give you a side-by-side comparison. When a player damages a squid, it will now shoot out an ink sac into the water from its bottom, or where the tentacles are. They will shoot out in the same direction. If this looks familiar at all, it's because this has been in Bedrock Edition for some time, I believe, but now it's a part of the update Aquatic. You've probably heard of the Phantom Mob. It's not exactly a secret change. These fellas will come out at night and hunt you down if you haven't slept in a bed for some time. What you may not know about is a size tag that was added to the Phantom when it was added to the game. That one is slightly bigger than the last. Let's spawn in this one. Clearly that one is a lot bigger. And just how big can these things go? Check it out. That one is enormous. This one is even bigger still. And this one is absolutely terrifying. Here is the command, and this is the tag. I've set it to size 255. And that is simply bonkers. And there's a visual glitch with its wings. And now I rudely interrupt this video to say, if you're enjoying it and you're not subscribed, then consider subscribing, as I'll be posting more 1.13 related content in the near future, including my updated AFK fishing farm for 1.13. Getting back into it, here's a change you would have probably never known about. The underside of comparators and repeaters now have a texture. Of course, you're not used to seeing the underside of them unless you're in spectator mode, flying around looking at stuff. But anyway, there's also the redstone wire, which doesn't have a texture underneath just yet. Still has these particle effects though. Let's go and check out what these used to look like in 1.12. Here we have the same layout of comparators, repeaters and torches, and when we go down below, you can see that there is some graphical funkiness going on. This next secret feature is very powerful for players in creative mode. It will allow you to look at any block or entity in the world, press F3 and I, and then it will give you all of that information and put it on your clipboard. You can see all the statistics about the drowned right here. Now it puts it in the form of a summon command, so you can put that same drowned back into the world, and when you do it on a block, it kind of does the same thing with the set block command. If we look at this one right here, it'll tell us everything about this, and it is a treasure chest, meaning we can see the loot table that has been added to it. Very cool stuff. Now this chest right here, we don't even have to look inside of it to know what's in it, because using this command we can open this up and it can show us the contents of the chest, which is 64 diamonds. Here I have set up a couple of pufferfish traps. The glass is here so you can see the pufferfish in the water. When I walk over the carpet, I'm going to get poisoned. It is very unpleasant, but this effect will also work on other mobs. So if I go ahead and put a creeper on top of this one right here, you can see that it takes poison damage from the pufferfish. There is a secret new item in this update that you cannot get in survival Minecraft. It is the knowledge book, and if it looks familiar, that's because it's where the crafting menu is. And these books can teach you recipes. This one right here has the armor stand, so when I right click on it, it teaches us the armor stand recipe. They can also have multiple recipes inside a single book. This one will teach us the redstone lamp, the repeater and the torch, and if you get a book with a recipe you already know, right clicking on it will do nothing at all. And if you're curious, here is the command for the knowledge book. This next feature isn't so secret. I've had many people ask me about this one. It is confirmed to be an actual feature. If you grow a large spruce tree, it will also put some podzol around the base of it, meaning that we have an easy way to make a podzol farm and for podzol to become a renewable resource. This update has gotten a little bit colourful with its use of text. Here in the advancement screen you can see there is now green and purple text in the description boxes. Also the item colours have been tweaked and updated. We have the purple category at the top, then we have the blue category right here, and last of all the yellow category. And also you'll notice on an enchanted weapon, its attack speed and damage is now in green text. If you like to build with snow, this little change will probably please you greatly. Snow layers will now drop themselves if you're using Silk Touch on a shovel. You see we've got 2 from that one, 3 from this one, and so on and so on. Basically the amount of snow layers it takes to create that size of block is the amount it will now drop. And if you like giving yourself diamonds with command blocks, you'll probably love this change right here. The limit for a stack has been lifted, so this has given me a stack of diamonds that used to be the most you could give yourself. Let's go ahead and give ourselves 2,000 diamonds, why not? That's probably going to fill up almost all of my inventory. So now if you choose a number higher than the stack, it's going to give you that exact amount and split it up into stacks in your inventory. Ah, the good old language screen. A great place to hide an Easter egg like pirates speak. Well, 1.13's got its own. Shakespearean English. Kingdom of England. Let's check this one out. I've just learned that I have errant vision. Oh dear. And of course I could spend a lot of time looking through all of these menus, but I picked out some of my favourites. We have Lincoln Cement, mulberry coloured glass, the Watcher, the Extender, and our crafts table. Of course, there's a lot of fun to be had with these language packs, but I've got a video here to make, and I need to conclude the intermission. Which one is it again? Thy wishes? My errant vision has been removed, and I need a place to honker down for the night. Luckily for me, I'm in creative mode, and creative mode players in this update are allowed to sleep in beds right next to monsters. And now we can watch them slowly burn to death. That's just an added bonus. If you were paying attention there, you may have noticed that one of those babies was burning and it was on fire. Let's do this the cruel way. I'm going to jump onto that. And that is literally going to run forever now, isn't it? But yes, the baby zombies will burn in the daytime. This has been a bug that hasn't been fixed for the longest of times, and in 1.13. Oh, goodness me. That is a hideous sound. And very slowly the sound becomes rather ungodly. While we're on the subject of noise, there is one for the beacon. Let's place it down and listen. That humming sound will now emanate from the beacon block when it's activated. We are now in the end dimension because some changes have been made here. There are now end biomes. We are currently in the Minecraft biome known as the end. This is the same as 1.12. If we teleport to this place, you will see that it now says small end islands. Now, I may have got your hopes up there. There are really no new biome features, but each of the different areas have been classified. This one is known as the end barrens. Then we have end midlands and end highlands, and I believe there are a few more of these as well, but those were just some of them that I could discover. You probably don't need me to tell you, but you can scoop up a fish using a bucket. What you can also do that you might not know about is rename these. If we go ahead and call it free hugs, when we put the fish back into the water, it will actually have that name. There you go. These pufferfish are here and they're ready to give you some free hugs. And the last of our 25 secret changes is probably the least secret at all. There are 3 new songs added into the game. You are listening to one of them right now. You will hear them when you are swimming underwater. And I wanted to include this just because I wanted you to know that this music was added. It is wonderful. And if you'd like to hear the songs in full, there'll be a card on your screen. If you click on that, it will take you to a video on my second channel where you can hear all 3 of the songs. And that's it from me. If you have enjoyed it, then please like the video and share it too if you want to support this channel. As always, thank you for watching, and click the card in the top right to let me know how many of the secret changes you knew about. Thanks for watching, and before you go, check out any of these videos from the Do You Know Minecraft playlist that interest you. There'll be a link in the description box below. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.